You cut the rotation down, which is good to see. Very early on, you played quite a few. But what a quote from Rick. Talking about the rotation in the second half, the rotation got cut down because it was time to stop experimenting and time to win a ball game.
I love it.
Can we get that tattooed somewhere?
I wonder if they stick with that, though. I understand there's some conference games you're going to be able to play some guys.
Well, you can experiment when you're up 30. Let's not experiment when we're down 10
in such a pivotal game on the road.
Yeah.
I know it's only the second game of the year, but it's pretty damn pivotal, considering you don't have many of those lying around. Challenging road games.
Although you got a tough little stretch. After Friday, I don't think we play at home again until December.
Regardless, you need
16th.
all of those. You need them all because you're not going to get any favors in conference.
But you got a heavy dose of those four though, with Jones, Walton, Quinterly, and Mills all playing. David with the least amount, 27 minutes. Then you got 33, 34, and 33 out of Mills, Quinterly, and Walton.
Hey, I did say
I think that's the success. That's your recipe for wins moving forward.
Sure.
Heavy doses of those three, and you sprinkle in a little Jay Brown in there with a little relief of Dandridge. And
well, let's not forget, Jordan Brown averaged 31 minutes a game last year.
He did,
for La Tech. So, it's not like he's not used to playing a lot of minutes too. And I loved it. I loved the rotation in the second half. You keep your best players out there and you go win games, man.
Yeah.
Is this something that you all think is going to change when Penny gets back, or do you think it's going to be relatively? I mean, obviously, you can't come into these games and be like, "Oh, we worked on this all week with." I hate when people call him Coach Penny. I don't know why. It just bothers me when people say Coach Penny.
I try to call him Coach Hardaway because I just feel like it's disrespectful just to call him.
I just say Penny.
But I think that may just be from the Coach Deion Sanders stuff.
Yeah. It's I know it's something where they're like, hey, we worked on this all week, and here's the rotation that we think is going to be most successful. And then you get in game and just completely flip script. Like, probably not, right? But
I mean, do you think I guess that lends the question: how much autonomy did Stansbury have in the game to make decisions on the roster in terms of how many people were playing, how many minutes were given out? I mean, I think that had to be probably something that they talked about.
Sure. Oh, I'm sure
You
it
have
is.
to
And
talk about that.
I honestly think what he said about it's time to stop experimenting and win a game is.
It's Penny Hardaway saying that.
No, I would have said
I
Rick.
was going to say it's Rick saying it.
Penny is known for playing 50 guys, and again, obviously not 50, but he's known for playing these large rotations.
I mean, honestly, I think like you're saying, like game wise, feel wise, things change. But I think going into it, they've kind of got like in their head different points in the game when they're going to try to put people in different situations, different lineups. And I think that was Rick saying, like, I couldn't afford to follow that in the second half. I had to go with the guys that were going to win the game.
I don't know if I believe that to be true.
Well, you're wrong, Kenny. Because it's 2 versus 1. Okay, that's how math works.
I hear you. I mean, Penny.
Anyway, we could all be wrong. Who knows?
Penny shut. He. Why am I having a hard time saying? What's the word I'm looking for?
I have no idea because you're not saying anything.
I know. He shrunk the roster, or he shrunk the rotations. Thank you. Gosh. He shrunk the rotations.
Who have we kicked off the team? Because Kenny said the roster shrunk.
Yeah. He shrunk the rotations last year with the team. Didn't play as many guys. He's also, I mean, obviously, yes, a few years back, I think the 21 team, he had a large rotation, like 10, 12 guys that were coming in and out of the game. I firmly believe that what we're going to see moving forward is exactly what you saw in the Missouri game. When it's a game that
I would hope so.
Yeah. That is a quad one win, quad one opportunity on the road or at home, you're going to see a short rotation and you're going to see some experimentation during the conference schedules. That's what I think is going to happen.
I think that's fine because later in the year you're going to need some of those guys. Like you got to keep them in the game situation. Like you're going to need a Jalen Young or somebody to step up at some point in time later in March, probably. And he only played 6 minutes, but I think he gave you a lot in those 6 minutes in the first half. Like he was getting to the basket. I know he's 1 of 2, he only made one layup and then missed the other one. But like, I think he provided a good 6 minutes there, 2 rebounds.
Yeah, I think it's all pretty much fluid, right? Like I think you generally know who your best 6 are, and then from there on out, I think the rest of the 3 guys, whatever it ends up being, kind of fluctuate on who's going to get more minutes, right? Like I don't think it's a guarantee that Jaden is going to get more minutes than.
I did feel like his minutes on Friday were a little up there.
I just work here,
Especially
man.
being 0 of 5 from the field.
I just work here. He's in a net. I think everyone agrees he's net neutral, right? Like he's not going to give you a lot, but he's not really going to give up a lot at the same time. Like it's just kind of what he is, and maybe that's why people don't like him per se. Maybe I don't know. I'm trying to find logic there, but I don't think he's going to give you an extraordinary amount of minutes over, let's say, whoever the backup big is, because it seems like they're going to kind of just toss different guys in and out of there. It feels like to me.
Yeah.
So.